People who take shortcuts get cut short. So it's like, enjoy the journey, like every step. Fall in love with the boredom of it. Fall in love with your process every day. And focus on, like, am I winning the day? Am I winning this day? Am I winning this day? And you just keep stacking those days, and then eventually what happens is you make it to that point without even realizing that it took you long.
What up, man? It's your boy Shadzilla, and welcome back to the Developing Athletes Podcast. I got my main man with me, Damian Wilkins, 10-year NBA vet, over a decade in the NBA, and went undrafted. How you get that longevity, man, being undrafted?
They were lying.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, the people was lying.
What you mean they lying?
Not drafted me. I don't know what they was thinking with that. Like, it was, I just carried that chip on my shoulder, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, all right, bet. Like, I'm in the best position I could be for an undrafted player. I get to go in there and show them I don't have nothing to lose.
Right.
So it was kind of easy at that point because it was like, okay, well, you told me what you think. Now let me show you what I know.
Right.
So I just carried that with me.
Yeah, one thing going through the draft process, I went undrafted too. But, like, one thing about going through the draft process was I saw they leaned a lot on paper stats.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm like, you can't – paper stats like height, what you run in the shuttle. You can't tell who's going to quit on you when the shit get thick.
Yeah.
Like, how you measuring that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they dropped the people out a lot off potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what we've seen, just not even in, our drafts, but just historically, they're not the smartest people in the world.
Yeah, right. It's like
they make bonehead decisions all the time. So, I think we put so much faith and trust in them because that's where we aspire to be. So we think that, like, because we're trying to get there and because we're trying to impress them, that they ultimately know everything about the game and know everything about evaluating players.
Right.
But as you can see, every year, every draft, you see players who get drafted who are like,
what are you doing?
Okay, bro.
A lot of that stuff be favor for favor, though. Like,
it's about who you know.
Yeah. So take us back. I know you're from the A. Gerald Wilkins is your father. Dominique Wilkins is your uncle. Was that a lot of pressure, or was that more inspiration to follow in their footsteps?
No, I didn't. I never felt any pressure for that. Like, that wasn't, because that, to me, it wasn't real. That was their life. That wasn't mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So your own path.
Yeah. So for me, it was like, I knew that they weren't gonna shoot. Like, the draft. Just go back to the draft. Like, Neek worked for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 6 picks in that draft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, I remind him every time I see him, like, bro, like, that was some bullshit. Like, you could have did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, like, it went the way it was supposed to go. Like, and my faith's strong.
Yeah.
So it's like, this ain't what God had in the plans for me. Like, he wanted me to do it this way. So, and that's fine. I'd rather do it his way than to do it my way.
Yeah, and I think it's respected
I've
more,
always
too.
been that way.
I think it's respected more, too. Like, no handouts. I got it out the mud,
Yeah.
So you went to NC State out of college.
Yeah.
And how was that experience? Because I know you ended up at UGA. So what was that decision?
My mother lives in North Carolina. She lives like an hour away from Raleigh, where NC State campus is. And she had never really seen me play in high school. So that played a huge factor in that decision. And then, like, they were starting something. They had built a brand new arena at the time. The arena that they play in now was brand new. Like, So I was like, yeah, I get to go here and build something, like, and start something. Sean Miller at the time, who was the head coach at Texas, he was the assistant coach there. Herb Sinek was the head coach. And Sean Miller recruited me throughout that whole process, and I just kind of fell in love with his whole recruiting process. Like, he was my guy. He still is. Like, I still talk to him to this day. So I really went there mainly for those 2 reasons. And, it just didn't work out. Like, I just wasn't feeling it. The offense wasn't flowing right. I think they had me kind of playing out of position. And it wasn't really helping my trajectory in the places that I wanted to go. Herb Sinek was a huge team guy, and it was like he wasn't thinking about you going to the NBA.
Yeah, I hate them type of coaches.
Or even trying to help you get there. He like, no, I need to win, so you need to be here. But, I respect it because that's just who he is. But I didn't have to like it, and I didn't. So I transferred to UGA, and went and played for Coach Herrick,
Yeah.
who, great coach. And he was able to let me flourish. Like, he let me play my game. He let me play different positions. He let me be versatile. And that's what I was coming out of high school.
Was you at NC State with Julius Hodge?
No, he got there the year I left.
Okay, because I think he was there a little bit before me, but we was in the same kind of class or whatever. But Jim Herrick, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw you post some on your IG about how you found out y'all weren't able to go to the tournament.
Yeah.
But let's get into that, dog.
Tony Cole, man.
Oh, man, let's get
still
into that.
looking for him, bro.
Yeah, let's find them together. Hey, Tony Cole, we coming for your neck,
man.
boy.
All the Athens looking for him still, bro.
That's
this
crazy.
dude, we was like, I forgot where we were in the country at the time. I know we was riding like an 11, 12 game win streak going into the SEC tournament. And like the day before we left, Coach Herrick, 2 days before we left, Coach Herrick was like, yo, like, don't everybody go to class. Let's not have no BS going into the tournament. Like, I don't want to have to suspend nobody. Like, let's just stay locked in. We only got 3-4 days, and we start playing. And he was like, when this is over with, I'm telling you, like, we're going to see Syracuse in the national championship game, and we're going to beat them. So everybody was like hyped for that because we was like, bet. Like, all right. Because, Coach Herrick the type of coach was like, when he speak, you believe him. So Tony didn't go to class, got caught skipping class. Coach suspended him, and he just started sending all the receipts and everything that coaches was paying for him, and boosters was paying for stuff for him, and he sent all that stuff to ESPN and all these news channels and everything. So I wake up from a nap. I'm on my way to practice. So I'm walking to practice. There's police cars and ESPN vans and everything outside of our gym. And I'm like, damn, like they really excited about us going to the tournament. Like, damn, we got everybody here. Like, this is what's up.
You're right.
I walk in there. They like, yo, bro.
So
like, I went in Coach Herrick's office, and I just was like, what's going on? He like, we can't even play. We got suspended. I think I'm about to get fired. So he called a team meeting, called us in the room, told us what was happening. And I remember Jarvis Hayes and Jonas, they just stood up and walked out. And when they walked out, like Ezra Williams walked out, and like I walked out behind them, and like it was a wrap. Like next thing I know, I saw Jarvis walking across the stage getting drafted to the Wizards. Like it was just like
a blur.
Yeah, it was just over. Like no explanation, nothing. It was just over. So I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I was like, let me just see who they bring in. Like I'll come back for my senior year because I didn't like the way that ended. And then they ended up hiring Dennis Felton, and no, he was good for us. I think he was a little too strict at first because he thought like we were troublemakers, and I'm like, bro, this is one dude.
Yeah,
like, it's not everybody. But the ship got righted.
Yeah, I think they was out to Jim Herrick for a minute though, because when you remember that clip, he was like, Jarvis Hayes lives in a dorm, he has no food, he has no money. Yeah. They was out to him for a minute. Yeah, but how you gonna get mad at coach for trying to show love though?
And like, look at the world now.
You're right.
Right? Yeah. Like now all that stuff is legal.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, bro. Like I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah,
like,
I can.
And then Syracuse won the national championship.
Yeah, that's crazy because. The thing about that, because I be thinking about opportunity costs. Like, what if y'all would have went to the tournament, you had a great tournament, and then you get drafted, and you know what I'm saying? The whole shit shifts.
He cooked all of us.
Yeah.
He cooked a lot of us, bro. Like, I was fortunate for Jarvis. He got drafted 10 that year. But, like, myself, Ezra Williams, Rashad, Wright, like all of us, we were like stuck. We
trying
were
to figure it out.
Yeah, like damn, like we needed that tournament because like we knew that was gonna.
Yeah, that's the stage. I'm gonna get my stock up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So draft night come, right? All right, draft night come. You don't get drafted. What's going through your mind? Because I know every hooper in the world and NFL player, you getting like you gonna get late second round or. It's always something. So you really expecting that late first, early second, but when it didn't happen?
I was at the draft.
Yeah,
I had got a suit made and everything.
You got invited to the room?
No, but I was at the draft.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I was there. I got invited to the draft. Like they sent out like, they were sending out like invites to the green room, but like you can also be like, oh, you can come to the draft. So I was at the draft with a custom suit made, everything. My family sitting there, and like I remember the last pick that got called, and it wasn't my name, and I'm just going through the like I was told, my agent was like, "Yo, Miami at 19 probably gonna take you," because I had spent the most time with Miami during the pre-draft situation. So I'm thinking like, all right, 19 will come around, like Miami gonna take me. I'm Gucci. Like, so Miami didn't take me. Mind you, again, Atlanta had 6 picks. So like none of those picks that Atlanta had happened either. So I was like, bro, like what is going on? And I remember like the last name get called, my name didn't get called. I just stood up and walked out. Yeah. And then my dad, he followed me. He was like, "Yo, we gotta go back and get in the gym.
Get to work."
And I was like, I bet.
Yeah.
So that was literally the conversation. It wasn't nothing else after that. Yeah, he was like, "So we going back home to get in the gym, right?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "All right."
Nah, that's perfect though. It's time to get back to it.
Yeah, and then we flew back here. We got in the gym. 2 weeks later, I got a call from Nate McMillan, and he was like, "Yo, like I want to invite you to our vet camp." And like that was the only call I had from an NBA team at that time within that time period. So I flew out to Seattle in like end of July, and I didn't leave. Like I brought all my stuff with me.
Yeah, so like, it's a one-way trip, baby.
Yeah, when they picked me up from the airport, the dude was like, "Yo, like,
I'm here to stay.
You got wild bags. Like,
I'm looking for apartments."
Yeah,
like,
he was like, "You plan on staying?" I was like, "Damn sure don't plan on leaving."
Right.
So, you know, I ended up making the team, and the rest is history, as they say.
All right, so you make the team right at the vet camp. Now, what was that I made it moment? Like you felt like you belonged in the league because you didn't have a traditional path.
That was a crazy day because it was the day before my birthday. The guarantee cutoff day was the day before my birthday back then. It was like January the 10th. So I went, the GM called me upstairs. He came downstairs, and I'm on the practice court. He's like, "Hey, Damian, come here." And I was like, damn.
Hey, when you get called upstairs, it ain't good. Hey, Tom, I'm going to let you finish, right? I'm gonna let you finish. So I was in vet camp with the Sixers, and we about to get ready to go to Mexico for the preseason. And I went and got a suit too, and to fly. And I go in the locker room, get my stuff. We about to get ready to practice. Then after we practice, we shower and get on the plane. The trainer called me upstairs. The trainer called me in the training room, said, "Hey, they want to see you upstairs." I was like, "Yeah, this shit can't be good."
Bro, that's the scariest walk. Because, like, every other time he's done that, it's been someone that's got cut.
And I ain't never been upstairs.
So like, I didn't even know where to go. So he called me. He was like, "Yo, come here, let me talk to you." So I was like, damn. I started dapping dudes up. Like, "Yo, I'm going to see y'all. Like, it's been real." And I went upstairs, and Nate McMillan was in the room. GM was in the room, and he was like Rick's son at the time. And he was like, "Yo, like, so you been enjoying your time here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, I'm giving him every answer. It's been great. I love Seattle." Like, all that. And he like, "Okay, cool." He was like, "Well, you know, we've enjoyed you too, and we decided to keep you. So, you know, just wanted to let you know that." I'm like, "Bro, honestly, you could have told me that downstairs."
Yeah, you got my heart beating and shit.
Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
So I went back downstairs, and I ain't go back on the practice court. I went outside in the parking lot and went in my car. I just sat in the car and just bust out crying. Like, I was just crying,
I'm
like,
here
in the car, like, for like 30 minutes.
Damn.
And they were like, "Yo, where you go?" I was like, "Bro, I had
to let that shit out."
Yeah, I just had to let that out.
Yeah.
It's been boiling since draft night.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like, made the team, got that call, had that conversation, called my mom, told her, like, she hung up on me because she was crying. And then that was it, bro.
Yeah. So, like, you stuck with the Seattle Sonics for a minute, and then, like, you was able to work your way into a starting spot in the playoffs. Like, what was that like? A rookie?
That was dope.
Undrafted rookie.
Yeah, that was dope because I had played off and on throughout that year, like, not really consistently at all. You know, like, I had 2 All-Stars at my position. You know, Rashad Lewis and Ray Allen. So it was like,
you can't,
ain't a whole lot of minutes there.
Yeah.
You know, and then that was the time Flip Murray had emerged.
Yep.
You know, so he was playing well. Like, and then we had Antonio Daniels, who was playing the off guard because Luke Ridnour was the one. So it was like we was just stacked at 2 and 3. But like throughout the year, like it was like 2, 3 of those guys that got hurt. So I remember one game in Portland, it was like game 70 of the season. So the season was winding down, and we in Portland playing, and like I think Vladimir Radmanovich, he got hurt, and he was Rashad's backup, so he got hurt, and Nate called down the bench. He was like, "Yo, Rook, get in the game," and I'm still sitting there watching the game. Like I'm literally sitting there watching the game. Like I ain't ever heard that before, so I didn't know he was talking to me. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, bro, get in the game." So I got in the game. I ran up there, got in the game, and like in 18 minutes, I had like 21 points.
Oh, word! You was cooking.
And a game-saving steal, and I came after the game. I walked back in the locker room. Nate was like, "Those legs fresh, aren't they?" I said, "Yeah, bro. I ain't played all year." Like, and I think that kind of started it. So like after that game, I was in the rotation, and then playoffs came. He got hurt again. And then, like, Rashad got hurt. So, like, I had to start. And, like, I'm out there as a rookie, green, fresh as I don't know what. And they like, "Yo, you got Manu Ginóbili." I'm like, "Oh, word?" Like, this my first assignment?
Yeah, he was like the motherfucker. He was like Jordan,
yeah,
dog. Like left-hand Jordan.
You know, like, I did well, guarding him. And I did well in the playoffs. And it was just, it's just a culmination of everything that kind of like I had gone through that year, and all the work that I had put in just kind of came to fruition at the right time.
Yeah. So was that one of your most memorable moments, or is always another moment that was?
I think my most memorable moment was my career high night, because it was here. It was at the crib. Like,
what was that?
I had 41 against the Hawks.
Oh man!
And it was at the crib,
homecoming.
Bro. Like, it was like a homecoming game, and it's
take
like,
that, Neek.
Yeah,
take that.
I was talking big trash too. Like, I was talking crazy.
Yeah. And
we won. We won the game. I'm still mad too about that, because like we won on a buzzer beater shot that Wally Zerbiak passed it to Kevin Durant. I'm like, bro, I got 41. Like, give me the ball, bro.
let me cap the night off, dog.
Yeah, but like it was a great night. That's probably my two most memorable moments playing.
Yeah, I know your pops, we can start there, but did Neek give you any advice on how to survive in the league, or any advice coming up in basketball wise?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Like, I rarely have talked to Neek about basketball. Like, coming up, all of my basketball conversations was with my dad.
I got you.
Neek, like, I barely talk basketball with him. Maybe other things that we talk about, like, family, Neek shit. Like, Neek wild, bro. Like, like, having conversations with him is crazy. So I never really talked basketball with him a lot.
Yeah. So how's that transition been for you?
It's been great, bro. Honestly, like, I think I've transitioned pretty well. I nourished a lot of the relationships that I made. Like all the programs that the Players Association put on.
Yeah,
like I was intentional about attending those things. And like when you have examples like my uncle and my dad in front of you, it's easy to see like what roads not to go down. And not to say that they went down bad roads, but it's easy to see the thing, like they give you the answers to the test.
Right.
So for me, I was like, oh, okay, don't do that, don't do that. Sit with these people, don't sit with those people. Like, never miss meetings, always be on time. Like, it be little things like that that I think people outside of the game appreciate. And because of those situations and the way I carried myself throughout my career, I think, it just awarded me opportunities. And then I leaned into those opportunities. I was never afraid to go in those opportunities and say that I don't know, right? Because I think too often people look at it like, because I played, that means I know everything. Like,
right.
Nah, it's a lot that I don't know. I know about basketball, but I don't know about this other thing, and I want to learn that.
Right.
And I think when people see that you can humble yourself a little bit to say, like, I think the phrase "I don't know" is one of the most powerful phrases, because it diffuses things and let people know, like, no, I want to learn that. You know what I mean? Like, so I always was tapped in with a lot of things that was going on in terms of programs that the NBA was having. I was always present during those things. I always asked a lot of questions. I always kept in touch with people. Like, I didn't network unintentionally.
Right.
Like, if I got your email or your phone number at some type of event, like, I stayed in touch.
And following up.
Yeah, like always. And I think that just gave me opportunity. So in 2017, when I retired, like, before I retired, the NBPA called me and was like, yo, like whenever you ready to step away, we got a job for you. So my last game as an NBA player was, April of 2017. I started working for the Players Association May of that same year. Like,
so you
literally
smooth transition.
Yes,
but that's because you carried yourself properly.
This is literally the first time I've had a break in stride. Like since July 1st when I left OTE, it's the first time that I haven't worked like since I've been an adult.
Right.
And like I credit that to, like I said, a lot of things that I did and nurturing those relationships and being present, bro. Like, and then lifting as I climbed. So every time I took a step, like I always reached back and helped someone else, to be like, oh, well, connect with this person. Let me introduce you to this person, like if you want to do that. And I think all those things are just, just tools to help people grow.
Right. Speaking of OTE, let's tap into that. You was one of the fifth people hired, right? Let's talk about that experience.
It was great for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I left the Players Association after 3 years to go to OTE. I had 3 jobs there, but they all pretty much ended up being the same thing.
What was those? What was those
first
titles?
job? My first title there was Dean of Athletes.
Okay.
So like any other dean in any other institution, you look at as kind of like a principal, but like that wasn't what I did. It was still to build with the players, and then from that to general manager and head of basketball, which you're still dealing with the players, but you're dealing with them from a less personal view. But I still couldn't take away the relationships that I built with those guys. Yeah. So it was like I was the only probably GM in the world. I used to tell these guys this all the time, that they would actually have a conversation with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're not going to ever talk to another general manager as much as they talk to me. So that entailed building roster construction, managing our, basketball budget, scheduling games, all the things that go into the basketball ecosystem holistically. And then, my last year, I was still kind of like head of basketball / head of competition. So like everything that like encompasses our competition level, right? Like from, referees, statisticians, like pushing our guys out for, McDonald's All-American stuff, all of those things that I had to take on. So it was a long 4.5 years, but it was a great experience for me. I'm super thankful for Dan Porter, the CEO of Overtime, for giving me that opportunity, man. And it was just time. Like this past season, I knew halfway through the season that was probably going to be my last year. And it was just time. Like it was time to move on and do something different. But I'm still tapped in with a lot of those guys there. I still talk to all of the players who I had under me that moved on and graduated, and some of the guys are still there now. They still call me, ask me for advice and stuff like that. But for me, I just knew that it was time. And when I get that feeling, like I don't want to cheat. I didn't want to cheat OTE.
The all way in or all way out.
I didn't want to be halfway in. So it was just time, and it's been great. The time off has been great. It's been some times where I woke up like, I don't know this world of not being on a clock.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like I said, like my faith is strong. So like I always want to be where God want my feet to be. Yeah. And I take that, very, very seriously. So here I am.
Yeah. No, I always say opportunity finds excellence. So stay patient. It's coming. For sure. Yeah. And back to OTE real quick. I always wonder how that business model works. When you say, the budget, are y'all paying players to come? Y'all recruiting across the country?
Yeah, I mean, in our first year, we were paying guys, the lowest paid guy that we had that was making like $120,000. Like this is a high school kid.
Yeah.
Because they were giving up their college eligibility to come to OTE because we were trying to push them to go from OTE to be pros. Then NIL kicked in. That's what a lot of people don't know. NIL was fast-tracked because of OTE.
Yeah.
Like we were taking talent that NCAA
Innovative,
would eventually have that they weren't getting anymore. So, like, we had conversations with the NCAA. We talked to all these people on this committee, and NIL got introduced probably prematurely because of
but I could tell because it's not dialed in. It's like the Wild Wild West.
It got introduced prematurely, a lot to do with what OTE was doing. And when they introduced that, we were able to broaden our recruiting in year 2 because guys didn't have to give up their college eligibility no more.
Right.
Like, you got to be confident.
Yeah.
You got to be confident to be like, I'm going to bet on myself.
Yeah, I'm going to get this money.
Yeah, I ain't going to college. I'm going to bet on myself and be a pro, right? And once that happened, from year 2 and beyond, even now, we were able to just do NIL. Guys can still maintain their college eligibility. Like, we got 20-some guys right now on major Division I, college teams. And 13, 15, 17 guys right now that went through OTE that's playing professional basketball somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think we did pretty good.
I think so too. I mean, because if from the outside looking in, now you more on the inside, so but from the outside looking in, the Twins, I would say them was the best 2 prospects. What would you say?
For sure.
Rob Dillingham too. Did I miss anybody?
No, I think Amin and Nassar by far.
Yeah, they freaks of nature, bro.
Yeah, they probably the best players that we've had. And then you go down the line, you know, Rob, Jayzion Gortman, Dominic Barlow. Like, I can go on and on. Alex Sarr. Like, all these guys that we've had are talented in their own right. Like, I mean, we had guys that were really good that didn't make it. Like, that right now you can look at them and be like, man, that dude's still he's a pro. But circumstances.
Yeah.
And you know how that be. But it was a tough job, bro. Like, dealing with parents and advisors who
egos.
Your advisor is your uncle, and it's like, bro, like,
he figuring out his ego.
Yeah,
he think he know more than he know.
Coming into the office talking to us, like, yo, my son or my nephew or my brother are pro, and I'm just like, you realize you're talking to one, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know what it looked like, and I'm just telling you, like, he might be, but he not now.
Yeah.
And those are hard conversations to have, but they're you have to have them. Like, you have to, because I think at the end of the day, honesty always wins. Like, even if you don't like it at first, but you can respect honesty.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is one of those sports where everybody think they nice. Like, you don't see people out there trying to go hit golf balls and shit.
Yeah,
like,
for
it's
sure,
like,
for sure.
But that's what's up. So now you're in transition. And you're going out to All-Star Weekend. What you expect to get from that?
I'm doing I'm speaking at a summit out there, and I'm just basically having a fireside chat out there at this at the summit that I'm going to. It'll be a bunch of executives within the space of not only basketball but the business of basketball. People who have invested in teams and sports and all of that. And I just hope to get across things that I'm working on, things that I'm doing, things that I have done, and where I see the game and players going. One of the things that I want to touch on, and we've already kind of discussed the dialogue, is having more athletes involved in business. And I say that because, to me, if you play professional sports of any kind, like, or sports at the highest levels of any kind, and I consider Division I college, like, I consider that high level. You have the tools to be in corporate,
right? For sure,
or in business, right? Like, you've had to have some type of discipline. You've had to have some type of leadership qualities, right? And you've had to be a part of a team of some sort, right? Like, and no one's on an island,
right?
And so for me, like, I want to get that across. And then I'm working on a thing right now, about, like, players' next move, and it's trying to help young athletes now use the capital that they're making to invest in things that, like, they want to invest in. Because too often, as you know, people will come to us as athletes and say, I have this thing I want you to invest in. Right. But, like, and you give them some money and let them run with it. But that's not your thing.
Right.
That's their thing.
Right.
that you're helping, you may not even have a passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
They just told you can make some money on the back end from it. So you're like, all right, here. And then oftentimes it doesn't work.
It don't even work out.
Yeah. So it's like, I want to come to them and be like, what's your thing? If you have a thing, what is it that you want to do outside of, let's put it together. Let me put you in a room and in conversations with the right people that can help you build it.
Yeah. And I always talk about, like what you were talking about earlier, the discipline, the leadership skills. Those are like transferable skills that I'm telling athletes, we got it in us. You just got to unlock it and transfer it into business. You know, late nights, early mornings, trying to get better every day. You know, the resiliency that we got, you know, being on the team, all that. And it's like, it just needs to be spoken to athletes in a different way. Like, hey, you got it in you already. We just got to move it over here.
Yeah, we got to change the narrative of you know, how people always talk about former athletes and athletes being spoiled and all of those things. And two things can be true, right? Like, yeah, some of them are. Right? Like every athlete can't do it or transition into that. Like that's just the reality of it. But also there are some who have the work ethic and the bandwidth and the discipline to be able to, they're looking for those opportunities and they should be afforded those opportunities.
Right. So like not all athletes had that smooth transition like you did. Like you retired and then next couple months you was in office. Why you think other athletes struggle with that?
It's an identity thing. I think so often we give everything to the sport, and like we have this, even though we get told that like the ball's gonna bounce and like the ball eventually is gonna lose.
We don't believe it.
Yeah. We don't ever believe that.
Especially if you ain't never been hurt.
And the funny thing is, though, we've seen so many examples of it, and it's like we still don't believe like what's right in front of us.
Yeah.
Right? Like, LeBron is an anomaly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and the motherfuckers ain't playing 22
years.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Never
like,
been hurt.
I mean, not only that, like, forget that. Like, everybody not him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not about even how long he's played. Like, you're not even as good as he is. Like, they talk about LeBron James in a bad way if he has 22, 6, and 5. 22, 6, and 5 for me, I would have been a max player. Like people be calling me all night, like, bro, you was hooping. Yeah, like LeBron had 22, and it's like, oh man, I told y'all he losing it. He losing it.
41.
Yeah, like so, like everybody's not gonna be that, right?
Right.
And I think too often we just don't believe it, and then we wait too late. And then the other thing that we tend to do a lot is, you know, we burn a lot of bridges, man, because like you know how it is. Like I always say, man, like your true character show when you got everything you want. Like when you walking around with 10, 11, 12, $20 million in the bank, it's easy like to be like to assume that you got FU money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like everybody that you come across, you treat them like they ain't worthy of being in your presence or something. And it's like, bro, this dude could actually be someone that you might ask for a job one day. Like you just never know. Like, you know, and I think too often, you know, athletes will carry themselves that way, and then when it's time for them to make those phone calls and be like, bro, like I need some help, or I need a job, or all this stuff, like everybody like, nah, because I remember how you treated me.
Yeah.
You know, or they know how they treated someone, so they don't even make that call.
Yeah, they self-conscious about it.
Yeah. So
call him.
I mean, I just think like, man, like for me, I just again like. I hung on to every teaching that I could, man, and I reached out to as many people as I could, and I always stayed present. And I think we don't stay present enough. Like we get lost in what we're doing, thinking that like basketball only. Shoot, I played 13 years. Like,
and that's long for basketball, but that's not long for life.
Nah, like you gotta think about it. When you turn 13. Right, just going off the years I played. When you turn 13, from 1 to 13, you still haven't seen nothing.
Right.
So like, I played 13 years in the NBA. Like, but I played 13 years professional basketball, but that wasn't even half of my life. So it's like, at the end of the day, man, like it's only a small window that we have to capitalize off of our talents on the court. But then
Yeah.
when that window closes, you're not as relevant, and not many people are going to be relevant. Even now today, athletes, they talk about that we looked up to coming up, right? Like, it's only 3-4 guys that they talk about who have not played the game. Kobe, God rest his soul, he's not here anymore. Michael Jordan, they still talk about, you know, obviously they talk about LeBron because he's still playing. But like you think about all the guys that's retired, everybody that's gone. Like Shaq and Charles Barkley were great players, Hall of Fame careers, accomplished a whole lot in the game. But like if they weren't on NBA on TNT or whatever it is that inside the NBA show, like, would people really be having conversations about Shaq and Charles Barkley? Like, how much would they still be talked about? So, like, if those guys aren't being, or like the topic of conversations when it comes to basketball, like, what makes you think you as a role player, like, people gonna forget about you too?
Exactly.
You know, so I just think, like, it's a fine line between, you know, protecting yourself and having boundaries put in place for you because of who you are, and then also just like versus like just being real and honest and just, you know, I ain't saying you gotta open your house up to people, but like it's a certain way that you gotta treat people. Like for me, I want to leave an impression on people. Like everywhere I go, I want people to, when I leave the room, for people to say that he a stand up dude. He a good brother, man.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like if you could say that about, like, that's all I want.
That's it.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't get those things said about it.
Right. And I always tell athletes too, man, you need to be networking while your name hot. Like the point you just made, when you retire, your name die down and you done did people wrong, like the opportunities ain't the same.
They ain't.
You need to be networking along the way, because like it's not if, it's when you're gonna retire. Like, and it's coming whether you prepare for it or not.
It's coming.
I mean, I had so many people, man, they was depressed, trying to kill themselves, like just they ain't the man they used to be, wife left them, all that stuff. Like, and it's like that's probably because you weren't prepared. Two, you didn't know who you were when the ball stopped, and that's important because, like you said, it's a lot of life to live after that.
It's a whole lot of life to live, man. And like that's the other thing too, family. Like choosing the right people to marry, choosing the right, you know, like all of those things, because like you said, like it's a lot of people who wife was like, oh shit, ball stop, I'm out.
Man, that's when people really get divorced, like the first 2 years.
Yeah, because
I'm like, this who you is? Like usually you on the road, I don't got to deal with you like that. But
you going through a whole identity crisis. You're trying to find out who you are now that you're not being labeled as a basketball player anymore. Like, no, you got to be John Doe now. Yeah. Like, you have to be a person.
You gotta go get it.
Yeah, like, so, like, not only do you have to be a person to yourself, you got to be a person to everyone around you now. Like, you're a regular person. So, like, now how do you adapt to that? And I think for me, like, I was always who I am now.
Yeah, same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. My transition, like, I started, when I felt my body start breaking down, I started getting my real estate license while I was still playing. I went back and stole money for 2 more years. I was still, like we was talking off camera, like, I can still play, but, like, my recovery time, like, I'll be back at the spot icing up. Like, I remember when I was in Dubai, this was one of my last jobs, and I had to ice my knees just to go to practice. Like, I had to ice them after practice too, but like I'm in the facility, and the janitors came in and they like, man, you gotta go. We about to lock up. And I'm like, man, I'm going from the hot tub to the cold tub. I'm doing this just to go home, to be able to walk home. And I'm like, yeah, it's over with. Yeah. It's over with. And that was tough. I remember that day, like I remember sitting in the hot tub. I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, man, this shit over with. But they were paying me so good, I had to try to milk it.
Yeah, like you had to get that. Like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, even my last year was in with the Pacers. Yeah. And so, that year they brought me in basically to be like, yo, like, we just need a veteran presence in the locker room. Told me straight up, like, you probably not gonna play at all. Like, and ironically, like, a guy in front of me who they were trying to develop got hurt. So now they like, yo, you gonna have to play. So now I'm like, I was cool not. Yeah. I was cool chilling. Like, you know, if y'all gonna pay me to come in here just to work out every day, I'm gonna do this regardless. Yeah. This is like my LA Fitness. Yeah. So I'm gonna come in here and work out regardless. But like, man, now I gotta play.
Yeah.
They like, yeah, we might call on you. I'm like, look, let me know hours before the game if y'all gonna make that call.
I need to get
so I know what to do, what not to do. But that's how it be, man. Like, and I think for me, like, I took a lot of pride in that because when they're calling you to be the DeAndre Jordan who he is now for the Pelicans and the Udonis Haslem for who he was with Miami Heat, like, that's a hell of an honor, bro, because they're telling you that they look at you as an extension of that front office, that coaching staff.
And a leader.
Yeah, and as a leader of men in a locker room where, like, it is extremely difficult to lead dudes with that much ego.
Right.
So when you know you have that culmination of respect from that locker room, bro, you don't want to let those guys down.
Right.
You don't want to be out there on no dumb shit. Like, you don't want to do that.
Right.
Like, you want to maintain that level of respect, and that only comes from treating people the right way and being respectful to people and also calling people out. Like, because a lot of times nowadays, like, your veteran guy on the team is LaMelo Ball.
Oh, shit.
Like, and nothing against him at all. I love him as a player, but, like, honestly,
he'll a little loose.
Who is he leading?
Yeah.
You know, like, who's going to follow him?
Yeah, he's
right.
He what I consider a hooper.
Yeah, he just
roll the ball out.
Yeah, he just hoop.
You know,
he just hoop. Like,
follow me. Like,
super talented kid. Like, he just hoop. But, like, in terms of a leader of men, like, you know, if Con Knipple coming in there, who's one of the best rookies in the league right now, he like, I gotta, you know, that's my leader. You know, LaMelo looking like, nah, bro, don't follow me.
Yeah. He's still young.
Yeah, he like, you know, so it's like he can't check nobody in that locker room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even play with him, but I know he, like, if LaMelo coming in like, yo, we gotta, I'll be like, yo, bro, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta walk it first.
Yeah, you gotta walk it before you talk it. Yeah. So I see we talking about leadership, and you led the young guys at OTE, and you led the vets in the NBA. What's your leadership style?
It's honest. Like, and I like for me, I do. Like, I do the thing that I
walk the walk.
Try to demand from people. Like, no one that I've ever played with, you can't name one player that'll say that, like, Damian didn't show up every day and bring his lunchbox with him. Like, can't say that. So when I go to you and be like, bro, you're not going hard today, like, you're not giving us what we need, like, you can't look at me and be like, well, 2 days ago you didn't. Like, you never gonna say that. You're gonna be like, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be like, you right, bro. Like, and like, it's positive reinforcement too. So I can't just pull your coattail when you not showing up. I gotta pat you on the back when you are too. And like, those are the moments that I don't try to miss either.
I agree with that leadership style. Like, when I was playing, if I was playing for a coach who's just always negative, I'm tuning them out. Like, and it ain't about positive reinforcement, but it got to be a balance. Like, hey, good job, good hustle, or like, don't just rag, because I've seen players shut down. Yeah, you know, especially when I was in college. You know, like, man, you cannot deal with every player the same way. That's how I feel. Like, some people got a little longer leash. Some people you can yell at and they'll turn them up. Some people you got to pull to the side and because they don't want to be embarrassed. So you just got to know those things.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, it's those are the coaches that get it, that know that, like, I'm different from you. So, like, you might say something to me that you can't say to him, but, like, it's a way that you got to say it to this person to get that same point across, right? And, like, I've had a lot of coaches like that, and I appreciated that. But I've had great teammates too. Like, for the most part, I've had great teammates, man. Like, guys who were really vested. Like, for me, like, basketball is everything, bro. Like, it was everything for me.
Right.
To this day, like, I love to see the game being played the right way. I love to see guys who are unselfish and work their butt off. I hate seeing guys who are just squandering their opportunities. Yeah. Leading with their ego, and they got the money, and now they, like, feel like they can just do whatever they want. Like, I hate seeing that, because for me, that wasn't me. Like, I gave everything I had, and I still didn't
cheated
get
the game.
What this guy might have gotten.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I ain't cheat the game, but, like, when I watch people just take the game for granted, bro, it just, oh man, there's some guys, bro. I ain't even gonna say their names, but I can't even watch, bro. I just can't watch them. And there's some people's favorites.
Yeah, I'll say a name, but because I'm only gonna say that and not speaking negatively, but because I like him, and I just don't understand these last 2-3 years. Like Ja, like I just feel like, man, like when he first came in, he was like this close for being the face of the league, and then the little stuff with the guns and stuff, and I'm like, man, like what's with that? Because I mean, if you know me, you know I got a lot of guns, but I ain't flashing. I'm not taking pictures on camera. It's like you couldn't have never been around him for real, like, and it's like, but now he never was able to get back on track, and like now if somebody take him, because I was watching the take, it's like if we take Ja, we need a first round pick too, so it's like the value went down.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, like.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this too, and I don't know what his environment is because I don't know youngin, but like I'll be shocked if somebody told me it's people in his circle who be checking him.
Nah, he don't.
Like I would be shocked if somebody told me that. Yeah. Like because like, you know, like you can tell he's a young dude, you know, clearly the breadwinner. So it's like who is going to him and saying, yo, bro, we not doing that tonight. Like we not on that. Like you got to get ready for this game, or you got to get ready for this season. Like who's going there and telling him those things? It's other players too, and it's other guys who have come and gone who have dealt with those things too. So like when he look back at it, he gonna probably be like, you know, hindsight 2020. But like when he's done and it's over with, he gonna probably look back and be like, there's gonna be some regrets.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree because like that one year he was gonna make All NBA but got suspended, and then you got to play a certain amount of games, I think, and then it took him out the max conversation. So I think he lost like $20 million right then, and I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, Nike still support him though.
Yeah.
Because you know he sells shoes.
Yeah.
But like at some point you're not gonna be able to sell shoes no more. So now what?
Yeah.
You know, so he got a lot of growing to do. I think he still got time, but it ain't on his side.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be on his side for much longer.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not by himself in that category. Like there's a few guys who are like that, man, who just if you had honest conversations with them and they look back and they'll probably say, damn, like I wish I could have done this differently.
Right.
You know.
For sure. Speaking of players, right? Who was the best player you ever played with?
With?
Yeah.
I would say probably Kevin Durant and Joe Johnson. Those are the best players that have been my teammates.
Hey, them two dogs right there.
Yeah, they both just different, man.
Toughest guard.
Yeah, toughest cover.
Toughest cover.
Kobe, T-Mac, Paul Pierce, and Brandon Roy.
Those was nice too.
Those are the worst match. Like I used to hate those nights, and like I was in the Western Conference, and mind you, like 3 of those dudes were in the Western Conference, so I had to see them 4 times a year. You know, and like it was, I mean, every night, bro. Like I see them, it'd be a long night, and you just know that like Kobe was the type, bro. Like Kobe could be 1 for 18 in the first half, and go 20 for 20 in the second half. So like he was never a person that was gonna take his foot off the gas, and that's to me that was the relentlessness is what made him, to me, like probably the hardest dude I ever had to guard, bro. And he just was constant motion. Yeah. You know, and the way he studied defense and studied what you were gonna do, it was like he knew how you were gonna guard him and had a counter for that. And it's
counter
like,
for everything.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, he done figured that out. Like I thought I had this one in my pocket.
Kobe was on a whole different level because I remember I was watching the video. He was like, you only need 2 moves. And he said you need just a counter to each one of those 2 moves, and I'm like, but then he broke it down. I'm like, man, like I never looked at it like that.
Yeah, he was.
Get to the elbow, get to your spot. You got a pump fake. You know,
he was different.
Yeah,
bro. He was different.
Yeah. So we talked about your most memorable moment on the court, but what about your most memorable moment in the NBA that off the court?
That's a good question.
Some behind the scenes.
Man, that's a really good question. I would say it was year 1 of Luda Day weekend. The first time he did that weekend, like I was the co-host of that weekend. So like all these NBA dudes that I invited came to town for it. Like now, mind you, I didn't realize like everyone was so eager to be in Atlanta to party at the time. Like I thought the party in Atlanta was kind of our thing. It was like our thing. Everybody in Atlanta know, and people outside of Atlanta heard about it. But like when I made those calls to invite them, it was I ain't had to call nobody twice, and it was like 19, 20 guys in the league that they all came down, stayed at the Waldorf Astoria, that hotel. It used to be called something else. I can't remember what it was called, but that's where we all stayed. Man, that weekend was insane, bro. Like from the celebrity game to the parties to the community stuff we did to, you know, the hotel. Like it was just crazy. Like, and that's probably one of my most memorable moments because like when you can get all the guys together with camaraderie, like that's what I can guarantee you. If you ask anyone who retired from the game, what they miss the most is that. It's just being
the
around
camaraderie,
the guys.
being around the guys,
like,
for sure.
So like letting your hair down in the summer, like bro, we was walking out of, bro, we had a ball. Like we had a ball, and that was like so dope because it was just like that cool fun. It's like that back in the day cool fun where like security wasn't checking people at the door. Like we was just having a great time, bro. Like, and I still remember that to this day. Like that was one of the best weekends. I still hear people talk about that.
Yeah.
Like people still come up to me and like, yo, I was at Lou today when you co-hosted that.
Sound like a player time.
Oh man, it was crazy.
Yeah. No, that's what's up.
Crazy. That was good.
So before we wrap it up, who was one of the vets when you first got into the league that took you under their wing and kind of showed you the ropes of how the NBA worked?
You know what? Ray Allen was super instrumental in my career and shaping how it kind of went, like from the start. Like he was a part of my foundation, and I'm forever grateful for him for that. Rashad Lewis was another guy. He was actually my rookie year. He was still figuring the league out himself, but I'm grateful for him forever too. For like while he's figuring it out, he's teaching me. And then the other person, the wild card, is Jerome James. Like,
for real?
Yeah, as crazy as Jerome James was, like, and people give him that rep for that. Like he straight up just basically took care of me. Like Jerome moved me into his house.
A word.
Yeah, like I lived upstairs in his house in Seattle by myself. Like it was just he had an upstairs that no one was up there. Like it was just me, and then he had like a lounge room up there that he would go in there and watch movies sometimes. But other than that, like it was just me upstairs. I used to live with Jerome. Like I ain't pay no rent my rookie year.
Oh word, you
like
stacking
he was
it
like,
up.
come stay with me. I bought a Chrysler 300. That's when they first came out, and
kind of look like the Phantom.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and what's crazy about that is I remember I went to practice one day and I left the car at Jerome's house, and Jerome, every car he had, he did some modifications to it. So I get back from practice. It's a Chrysler 300, look just like mine, sitting in the driveway. It got 24s on it, windows tinted, everything. I'm like, damn, that was a look good on my car. Walked in the house, he was like, you see your car out there? I was like, that's me? That's my car? He's like, yeah. Like, he took care of me. And then the other dude, I would say, like, was my dog, like, and still is, was Mateen Cleaves.
Yeah.
Mo Cleaves was my guy, bro.
That's what's
like,
up.
He used to look out. He used to always, like, just talk to me about, like, just the game and, like, talk to me about how this business worked. Like, he was a guy who made that team, too. He was, like, you know, one of the last guys on the bench.
Yeah.
But, like, he always was like, yo, Rook, like, young fella, like, let me show you how to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he always made sure I was prepared and introduced me to all the right people on the road, stuff like that. So, like, I'm forever grateful to those guys.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, before you get out here, man, let's talk to my audience for a little minute, man. What you would tell an undrafted free agent that's coming into that kind of went in the same path that you went, like how to prepare for the NBA to last 13 years?
I just say enjoy the journey, man. Like, because too often we think about the destination. Like, we think about where we're trying to get to, and it's like we skip steps. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I always say, man, if like people who take shortcuts get cut short. So it's like enjoy the journey. Like every step, fall in love with the boredom of it. Fall in love with your process every day.
Yeah.
And focus on, like, am I winning today?
Yeah.
Am I winning this day? Am I winning this day? And you just keep stacking those days, and then eventually what happens is you make it to that point without even realize that it took you long.
Yeah.
And sometimes it don't take long, but like once you focus on what's ahead, you tend to lose sight of what's right in front of you, man, and just be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Like wherever my feet are planted, that's where I try to be, bro. Like today I'm here in this moment, and this is where I am. Like I can't think about tomorrow because it hadn't gotten here yet. Not only that, like it ain't promised. So it's like I can't think too far ahead. It's like fall in love with the process. Fall in love with being bored in your process.
Yeah.
And those little things, man, they take you so far, bro. Like it's a grind.
Yeah.
It's a grind, and
It's
everybody got a different path, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone doesn't have an elevator ride up. Some people got to take the stairs. Some people got to walk. Some people got to walk around the building. Some people got to get escorted.
Yeah.
Some people got to get carried. But however it take me to get there, as long as I'm there, I'm there.
Right.
Because, you know, it's easy to make it to the mountaintop. Like, it's challenging, but it's easier to make it to the mountaintop than it is to stay there.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can climb that mountain and get there. All right, well, that was the easy work. The hard part now is staying, right? So you want to build habits that's going to help you have staying power. And I'll say that to them, and I'll say that to anyone else who is on a grind for anything. Like, build habits that's going to help you have staying power. Like, what's going to make you cemented? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's what matters.
Hey, that was deep. Because you know what? Somebody had to tell me that about 2 months ago. A family member told me. They pulled me to the side and was like, because they saw how what I was doing, like how I was working. She said, you chasing outcomes. Like, you need to enjoy the journey. Yeah. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Enjoy the journey. And I had to kind of think about that. And I'm like, man, you're right. Because I was just chasing outcomes.
Yeah.
You know
I've been dealing with that same thing since I left OTE. Like, I left OTE July 1st. You know what I'm saying? It's, February 10th?
7 months.
Yeah. So, like, I've been
8 months.
not working that whole time, but just kind of, like, thinking to myself, I had days, weeks, months where I'm like, yo, all right, now, like, it's time to get to work. Like, something got to shake. But then it's like, no, like, God don't make no mistakes.
Right.
Like, I'm not here because of something I did wrong. I'm not in this situation. It ain't even a bad situation. Like, I'm good, but it's not. It's like when you not working, you start feeling like you out of sight, out of mind, or whatever the case may be, or you not, living up to who you want to be. But like in this time, God is trying to show me something. And I'm chasing whatever it is that he's trying to show me, like whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing and learning and growing in and with. It's where my feet are planted.
No, for sure.
And it's like these opportunities, these doors that's opening and closing, it's like God saying, no, man, like, wait. I got better for you. Like, if you just wait, like, wait on me. Enjoy this journey. Enjoy this time to yourself. Enjoy this time to rest. Enjoy this time to spend with the people you love. Like, help other people during this process. Like, I've had so many people call me, like, asking for help for stuff. I've helped people, written letters of recommendation to help people get jobs and all of those things. Like, that, I get satisfaction out of that. Again, it's lifting as you climb.
Right.
So enjoy the journey, man. Like, the journey is what the fun is.
Yeah.
Like, everything that you've gotten in life, right? Like, you got it, and it's like, all right, I got it.
Yeah,
But
it's
like, for the most part, you still think about what you had to go through to get it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you take satisfaction out of. That's what most people think about. If you go right now and anyone in this room go get the thing that in the back of their mind that wakes them up every day. If you attain that tomorrow, you have it. All right, cool. Now what?
Right.
Like, your thought isn't going to be on that thing. When I got to the NBA, I didn't say, like, man, I made it to the NBA, I can exhale. I was like, man, every day I was thinking about all the things that I went through to get here.
Yeah.
Because that's the journey. Like, the journey is what you write books about. You don't write books about your destination. You write books about the journey.
Exactly.
I don't start a book like, I made it to the NBA, be in.
Nah.
It's like you write, man, when I woke up this day in 19 whatever, like, and then 2005, and then 2017, and then 2020, you write about that journey. And then at the end of the book, it's like, and I made it to the NBA, y'all.
Exactly.
You know?
Nah, that's dope, because what I was going to say too, speaking of books, like looking back, like when we say enjoy the journey, looking back, this might be the best chapter in your book.
Maybe.
The time you sat back and, you know, took a break and was waiting and being patient and seeing what was going to happen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've grown so much, and, you know, transparent, like full transparency, like it's so many people now that like used to be around that's not. And like, I'm like,
Phone stopped ringing.
yeah, I used to be in a space probably 5 months ago where I was like, damn, where everybody at? Now I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad they gone.
That's a blessing though.
Yeah, now I see because you see what they on now. So
Yeah.
it's like, damn, like I'm glad I'm not dealing with that no more. And sometimes like it's power in prayer and words, bro. Like asking for everything that you like don't want or it's gonna help you elevate, bro, and you get it. And it's like, oh, like, yeah, these people can't go with me.
Yeah.
That's what that lesson is. You just can't go. So I'm grateful for all of it, man. I really am.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through too,
Yeah, for
man.
sure, man.
Hey, thank y'all for coming through the Developing Athletes podcast. We had my man Damian Wilkins, 13-year NBA vet after being undrafted. Man, I appreciate you coming through. You showed a lot of perseverance throughout your career, leading on the court, now off the court. And I can't wait to see what you do on your journey moving forward.
Appreciate that, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for having me, bro.
For sure. Appreciate you coming through. Holla at me.